You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Good morning, and thank you so much for waking up with us on this Friday. It's 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Nada Irampour, and a lot of us looking forward to the weekend. Weather-wise, oh, it looks like a dream.
Yeah.
Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Narani.
Just in time for the weekend.
It's fantastic out there. It's going to be a very San Diego weekend.
Nice.
70s and 80s, sunshine, so we can say goodbye to the clouds at least.
Yeah, we'll take that.
We're going to hold on to it all the way through the beginning of next week, it looks like. So, I mean, today is kind of that transition day away from the cloudy skies that we had for most of Wednesday and Thursday and the cooler temperatures. And we're starting that warm up. You can see how for downtown, for El Cajon, we should be in the 70s this afternoon. Julian, the mountains, still holding on to the 60s, and Borrego Springs going for the low 80s. But look at Saturday and Sunday as we start to see more and more sunshine out there and even warmer temperatures. By Sunday, we're in the upper 70s and low 80s at the coast, upper 80s, maybe even breaking into the low 90s for our inland valleys. So coming up, we'll talk about whether or not this trend of warmer temperatures, clearer skies will last into next week. I'll have answers for you.
The death of the leader of Hamas represents a moment of justice. He had the blood of Americans and Israelis, Palestinians, and Germans, and so many others on his hands.
This morning, President Joe Biden is reacting after Israel killed Hamas's top leader in a military operation in Gaza. A Hamas political official just confirmed the death of Yahya Sinwar. He was the mastermind of the October 7th terror attacks that killed more than 1,200 Israelis and launched the war against Hamas that has killed 42,000 Palestinians. That Hamas official said the militant group would not release more hostages until there is a ceasefire in Gaza. Also this morning, President Biden said he told Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu this is a, quote, opportunity to seek a path to peace. Netanyahu previously said the death of Sinwar means evil has suffered a heavy blow, but says the war is not over. Hezbollah also said they will launch a new phase of fighting against Israeli troops.
And now here at home, major changes are coming to San Diego's ban on living in vehicles. This comes after a settlement was reached in a class action lawsuit.
CBS 8's Regina Yarita is live in Kearny Mesa now near a safe parking site with what's going to be happening with all of this here. Regina?
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Netta. And definitely this changes the way that law enforcement handles cases of people experiencing homelessness. In fact, we talked to one woman who says this lawsuit is part of really her experiences and why she felt targeted during a time where she didn't have a home.
Started harassing us any way that they could to get rid of us. And you can't get rid of homelessness without creating homes.
And so that is San Diegan Penny Elms, who had been living out of her car since 2007. She's now staying in her RV at a safe parking site in Mission Valley. But before that, Elms had to park on the streets where she says police would often make life difficult. A class action lawsuit filed back in 2017 alleged that the city's policy of targeting people living out of their vehicles with nowhere else to stay was unconstitutional. 7 years later, a settlement has finally been reached. As part of the court agreement with the city, thousands of dollars worth of tickets will now be waived, and law enforcement will not enforce current rules prohibiting people from living in their vehicles on public streets when there are no other options available. So back out here, we do know that homeless advocates who were supporting this lawsuit say that this settlement is a win, especially for those who don't have anywhere else to live and normally follow all the rules, and still felt that these people experiencing homelessness were getting targeted. That's the latest here in Kearny Mesa. I'm Regina Yarita, CBS 8.
A major change to what we'll see here. Thank you very much, Regina. This morning, a man is under arrest in connection with the murder of an 18-year-old sailor. This happened near Petco Park, downtown. 20-year-old Takari Bennis was taken into custody in Minnesota. On August 31st, police say Albert Soto and some friends got into a fight with a group of men at a nightclub. The groups left separately, but they continued arguing outside. Soto was shot and killed a few blocks away. Soto was from New York. He was assigned here to the San Diego-based USS Pinckney.
Here this morning, a 19-year-old man is now pleading guilty to hitting and killing a 12-year-old girl while on a jet ski in Mission Bay last year. Arsenius Gali originally pleaded not guilty back in June. Yesterday, Gali admitted to speeding while on the jet ski and hitting Savannah Peterson, who was on a paddleboard. Prosecutors say this happened within an area where watercraft are required to stay below 5 miles an hour. An officer said in court that the jet ski was traveling between 47 to 53 miles per hour. Ghali is now expected to be sentenced next month. His guilty plea includes an agreement to sentence a 6 months in jail, a sentence of 6 months in jail, and 2 years of probation. Well, not paying for a trolley ticket will soon be a lot more expensive.
MTS is cracking down on people who don't pay for rides by issuing fines. CBS 8's Chris Grow live at the Old Town Trolley Station with when these changes will take effect. Apparently, it's been a problem, right, Chris?
It has been, and MTS has already done some accounting and estimates about how much money they've lost in about a 2-year period. And when you look at it again, it is pretty stark. Now, let's talk about the fines and how they're going to work first. So, first of all, make sure that you pay your fare. But if you don't, for some reason, if you think you did, you made a mistake, and you don't have that fare to show, you will be issued a $25 citation. That will immediately be issued. Now, it could go up to about as much as $192 or more if it's not cleared within 120 days. But riders without a previous citation, we're told they are going to have an opportunity to appeal. They do have an opportunity to go ahead and get it dismissed. That's going to be a diversion program that will be set up. But this is going to begin this crackdown starting next February, so February of 2025. And the reason being because of money, lost revenue. MTS estimates that from May of 2022 to July of this year, the agency lost between 17 to $23 million because of people not paying their fares. That means that's about $1 million a month and 57,000 riders per month not paying their fare unless they were asked on the spot by an MTS security guard to go ahead and pay. So, again, while these changes will take place starting next year, this does not mean that you will be forgiven on your first time. You will be issued that citation first. Then you have the opportunity to enter that diversion program to appeal. So if you've been someone who's been sort of skating by, or maybe you have made this mistake before in the past, try not to make that again anymore starting in February 2025, because that fare citation can get pretty expensive. Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris, thank you for that. Boy, things are going to just in time for the fall. It is going to be nice out there for the summer. Ooh, that's full moon
That
right
is
there.
not the sun, believe it or not.
It looks like it.
Not yet. We got another hour, not even, another like 45 minutes or so. This is the full moon, 98% full.
That's the ocean right below.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
So we're
impressive.
seeing the moon set facing west, the sunrise facing east. Sunrise will be in about an hour or 40 minutes or so. Moon set will be in about 2 hours. So we got a little bit of time differences on there, meaning that the sun will be up by the time the moon is setting. We don't have as much cloud cover, though. That's a huge difference from yesterday and many days prior. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we held onto a pretty dense layer of clouds that blocked out the view of that full moon. So we'll continue to monitor that. 63 degrees out there. We are seeing in some spots of the county, especially across our inland valleys and our mountains, that cloud cover is still very dense. If you can't see the moon out there, apologies to you. But for many of the mornings to come, that will be quite different, because today is that slow transition away from dense clouds. We're already watching as those clouds break apart, as you can see, and toward a lot more sunshine. That sunshine is also going to come alongside plenty of warmer temperatures, not only for us in San Diego, but all the way across the Bight. Many spots along the Bight, from Santa Barbara down through LA, Orange County, they're already dealing with sunshine. This afternoon, Santee and El Cajon 77, PB, La Jolla still sticking with those upper 60s. Coronado going for 71, Carlsbad 71, Vista 75, along with San Marcos, and Escondido 77 as that afternoon high. On the inland 5-day forecast, we have some changes on the way, meaning that this weekend is going to be that warmer stretch. By the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, we'll keep seeing those temperatures climbing. And then Monday, Tuesday, we'll look to plateau before we see possibly another slide in temperatures by about the end of next week. But at least enjoy the very San Diego weekend that we have ahead. Let's look at traffic. So far, drive times outside are not too bad. It's Friday after all. 163 northbound and 8 westbound are good. Coronado Bridge downtown to Coronado, so going from San Diego to Coronado, you're at a 4-minute commute over the bridge. Speeds are down to just 38 miles per hour. Not too bad. Let's look at border wait times. It is a 40-minute wait, very quick across the San Ysidro port of entry. Otay Mesa port of entry is only going to take you about 45 minutes. This is in contrast to earlier this week where we were seeing wait times closer to 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So notable change for our Friday morning. That and Eric.